All right, welcome back to the channel. So we are back with the latest updates on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing, that happened today at the Federal High Court in Abuja. As you all know, today is the 22nd day of May 2025, and a whole lot happened in court today. In fact, today the pressure, it was now on the prosecution, and today's hearing was really intense, not just because of what was said in court, but because of how the judge came hard on the prosecution. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared again at the Federal High Court in Abuja, and his defense team, SAN Kanu Agabi and Paul Erukoro, also an SAN, came locked and ready for war. Now, the DSS witness was back in the box for cross-examination, but before things kicked off, the judge gave a serious warning to the federal government in his exact tone he quoted. "I granted accelerated hearing, but 3 months later, we are still here. I am giving you just 6 days. Bring all your witnesses, whether 5 or 500. If not, I will strike out your case and move on. Don't forget, someone is still in detention." That was what the judge said in his tone. Now, that statement, set the tone for today. The judge was clearly, tired of the delays and, the games that have been going on with this particular case. Once again, the second DSS witness could not hold ground under questioning. When asked simple questions, his answers were shocking. He didn't know if Kanu's international passport was in their custody. He didn't know if Kanu traveled or where the broadcast came from. He said he didn't know if Biafra was proscribed, only that IPOB was. He didn't complete it. He admitted he never got any statement from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He also admitted that he had no investigation report in court, said the government has it. He also said he confirmed that before IPOB was proscribed, it was not illegal. He also said he agreed that not all IPOB members are criminal. That was what the witnesses were saying. Now, there came the real embarrassment. When asked if he had any proof, any name, video, voice clip, or person who said Kanu told them to commit violence, the witness now replied, no, there was no evidence. And imagine. Now, the defense team submitted a flash drive, filled with video clips, and the court played them right inside. And the clip one, a man said, "If you're depending on police for protection, you will all die." Witness said it was not his DG. They now played the second clip. Another man said, "People must rise and defend themselves. That's waiting for security forces is useless." Witness now confirmed, yes, that our DG, Oluwatosin Ajayi, he agreed with everything the DG said. Clip 3, Governor Hope Uzodinma was seen on tape saying killings in Olu were not done by IPOB but by politicians. This was the same man who previously blamed IPOB. Clip 4, General T.Y. Danjuma was seen warning that if you wait for police to protect you, you will all die. He also called on everyone to arm themselves. The DSS never arrested him for that statement. So now, the question remains, why is Kanu the one in prison? After the defense finished with the videos, witness number 2 was discharged, but then the prosecution had nothing else. Their witnesses wasn't ready. Again, the judge, didn't smile. He reminded them that if they don't complete their witnesses within 6 days, he will strike out the entire case. He even advised them to reduce the number of witnesses so the matter can end quickly. So after all the drama that happened today in court, the case has now been adjourned to these dates: May 28th, 29th, June 6th, June 16th, June 18th, and June 19th, 2025. That was everything that happened today in court. Anyway, this is actually Charles Okocha. He has a whole lot to say on what is going on. I want you all to listen to what this man has to say. Don't forget to drop a comment, drop a like, and subscribe. Stay tuned, guys.
The federal government of Nigeria, it is clear that they don't want to leave Nnamdi Kanu. If not, they could have withdrawn the case. So no need to try Nnamdi Kanu if they want to free him. So that is a part. There are 2 occasions that scares the federal government of Nigeria. Just 2 occasions. And that led to the appeal court of Nigeria discharging Nnamdi Kanu, acquitting him of all charges. What could that be? Number 1 is that Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail. According to the Supreme Court judgment, according to the appeal court judgment, he fled for his life because the military invaded his house and they killed so many people. This is established, okay? That is number 1. The second thing that scares Nigerian government about Nnamdi Kanu case, and they never wanted to hear this in court, is that they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. So there was a question that was put before the DSS witness BBB in the cross-examination of yesterday. And as you can see, what Premium Time published, that is just the issue that happened, that transpired yesterday. They asked this man, how did you people brought Nnamdi Kanu into the country. He denied that the Department of State Service did not do that. Malami, the former Attorney General of the Federation, lied that it was the DSS that brought him into the country before, everything started escalating and they started denying. Now the question is, who brought Nnamdi Kanu into the country? Then if you don't know, who handed it over to you? Are you going to say you don't know who handed it over to you? Then if someone handed it over to you, who is that person? So who kidnapped this man to bringing him into the country? Because it's either you believe it or not, Supreme Court has ruled about how he escaped for his life, that he did not jump bail. Then how were you able to kidnap and brought this man into the country? Now DSS denied that they did not arrest Nnamdi Kanu, they did not kidnap him. It has nothing to do with external or foreign affairs, something that it was internal issues in Nigeria that they react to. Now there is what they call persona non grata. That is someone that is not acceptable, someone that is not admissible, someone that is not supposed to be there, someone that is not acceptable in a process. It's called persona non grata. It's a legal term coined out from Latin word, someone that is not granted permission. So what will happen if court declared Nnamdi Kanu as persona non grata in this process? Because this is where the issue gets interesting. This is what the federal government have been running away from. How were you able to kidnap someone and brought him into the country? Mind you, the Interpol denied it in a video on AIT interview. They denied that they don't have hands in bringing Nnamdi Kanu into the country, that anything that happened about Nnamdi Kanu was illegal. So who brought him into the country? This has been the fear of the federal government right from time. So they don't want to hear anybody asking them such question. And I love what Erokoro SAN, that was the leader of the defense team yesterday. Erokoro SAN now have to present record judgment. Try to follow this. Erokoro, the defense team leader of Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, presented record judgment. And what the record judgment said was, number one, from Abia, from Enugu, and from Ebonyi State, record judgments. And they stated, and I'm talking about federal high courts, they have the same jurisdiction with this federal high court in Abuja. So they stated, number one, that Nnamdi Kanu don't have business being in detention. That detention and the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. So court has declared it illegal already. And Justice James Omotosho has admitted this. Court fined federal government of Nigeria 1 billion, the court in Enugu, declaring the arrest and the illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu as uncalled for. So the third one is the court from Ebonyi. So all these courts have exonerated Nnamdi Kanu about these charges. So if court has admitted these record judgments because of the way Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and brought into the country,